Houston City Council members are a little more than 24 hours out before they can vote on the new collective bargaining agreement with Houston's Firefighters Union. Today, in Pop Off Politics, senior investigative producer Jason Wynn is here to talk more about what we know about this contract so far. Good morning.
Good morning, Zach. Yeah, there's some strong predictions with this contract, or some strong protections, I should say, with this contract and this agreement with the Houston firefighters. Their rights are clearly defined in this. Zach, there's a big push right now to get this done because next week, do you know what next week is, Zach?
No.
It's the budget.
The budget, yes, we did talk about this.
$7.3 billion on that 2025 budget. So this contract's 123 pages. I am not like Mario, so I did not print it out. But
oh, come on.
Hey,
come
what's it, you know, it's like save a tree, maybe.
Right. Few trees.
Yes, yeah. But, you know, I do want to tell you a couple of things that this is 8 years in the making, Zach. And this is something that Mayor Whitmire, you'll remember, campaigned on and was saying that he is going to get this done because he wants them to be in better working conditions along with having better compensation.
Okay, when we talk about that compensation, I want to ask you, who here is expecting to receive any sort of raise from this compensation?
Well, you remember the mayor said that there's going to be some back pay in all of this. You know, he campaigned on this. This was a part of the settlement. There's going to be some other things here. Firefighters, they're going to get more competitive pay so that they should be able to attract some more firefighters to it. We've got roughly about 4,000 firefighters right now, Zach. They're also going to have some pay adjustments for their special assignments. They're going to get some pay increases. Some of these firefighters will get pay increases. And here's the thing that I kind of picked out of the whole 123 pages, and I don't know why, but they're going to be able to switch shifts easier amongst themselves so that they can be with family members and have a better day-to-day life.
So like a schedule change of some sort.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's really important. Also important, healthcare. Talk to us about what this looks like for these guys and gals.
So healthcare, families, they're going to be able to get the city benefits. So they'll have
and up until this point,
I don't know if they didn't or didn't. I don't know that, but it was written into the agreement that their families are going to be able to receive healthcare. Another thing that I noted from this is that there's going to be a wellness program for firefighters, and there's going to be a process for them to make sure that they're able to do the job. There's going to be drug and alcohol testing, and there's actual programs in there to help support the firefighters if they do stumble.
Such as counseling and therapy.
You name it. So there's a bunch of things that are in there when it comes to that. And then there is also, this is also one thing that I did note, that the city will contribute $50 per union member. They have to be enrolled to a medical trust fund. So that's something that's pretty cool. And retiring firefighters, they're going to get their benefits as well.
Oh, that's really big.
Yes.
That's really big.
Yes.
So in all, big picture here, what does this contract do for firefighters?
Sets the clear rules, Zach. We all know that people want to have clear rules so that they can, and they want roles. And this defines those roles so that they'll be able to function a little bit easier. They'll be able to do their duty. This contract also makes sure that there's enough firefighters and paramedics inside the station so that they're able to run, which means what? Better response times to calls. And they don't have to worry about if they're going to have X, Y, and Z benefit or if they're going to get paid or whatnot. They don't have to worry about these things anymore. They can just do their jobs.
Do we know if this contract, I'm going off script here, so I apologize, but do we know, I'm looking at the 10-day forecast across the studio, and every day in the mid to upper 90s. Last year was a big story, us covering conditions of these firehouses. Do we know if this contract specifies anything to do with those facilities?
Specifically, I didn't see something along those lines, but I know you're talking about the AC going out in July.
Several firehouses.
There was several firefighters. I know exactly what you're talking about. I do know that the mayor said that he was going to try to get something there for firefighters so that they were able to work in some of these high heat conditions. I mean, at 96 degrees, I'm sure it's going to feel like 100 and something.
And it was during those moments we saw the community stepping up to donate
ice, water,
air conditioning units, I believe was one story we covered. So that is something I'm sure that is on the top on the minds of many.
At the end of the day, they're supposed to be getting better working conditions. I would assume that that's a part of these conditions, is to make sure that they are able to do their jobs. And that's something that the mayor said that he wanted to make sure that firefighters had. Firefighters and police are the biggest part of this budget that's coming out.
Yeah. Okay, anything else with this upcoming city council meeting?
So there is something that I did take note to this city council meeting. There was 12 contracts that were thrown on the city council, and they're to clean up trees and brush. Remember last time there was 12 contracts that were posted on this? Amy Davis and the Investigates team took a look at those 12 contracts, and if you remember, the mayor along with the Harris County District Attorney both came out and with charges against some former employees, and that you should really go to click2houston.com and take a look at all of that, because those water contracts were a big story that continues to develop. And so I took a look at all 12 of these contracts. They seem all on the up and up. They all have LCCs. They've been in business. Some of them have been in business for more than 30 years.
Wow.
So they look pretty good. But you remember, the mayor's put out a warning. He said, no more shady contracts.
Yeah.
And he's going to go after the folks that do that.
Being extremely transparent, too, on how those are picked. That video we just saw from recent storm damage, I assume? Yeah.
That was all from last week.
All from last week. And I know, so many people were hit round after round after round. I was talking with Bill Spencer yesterday about some spots still dealing with cleanup rate within the loop, inside the loop.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cleanup of trees and brush in the heights that we were looking at
And in my community, too, I live in 3rd Ward, and I believe it's Wheeler and Ennis. There's this massive pecan tree that's down, blocking a portion of that intersection. And I often think if that tree were down in another portion of the city, it would have been removed by now.
Here's one for you, Houston. I'm going to ask Zach a question. Zach, did you report that to 311?
No, I reported it to our Investigates
Yes, we need to
team.
report these things to 311 because that's how they get the information. They can get people out there to fix some of those things. And if they don't, we'll have a record that we can hold the city accountable.
And I'm also going to play devil's advocate here. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is a major intersection. I can't assume, right? I shouldn't assume. I didn't call 311. Maybe the next person didn't either. But, you
can't have change unless you do something yourself.
There you go. Well, that's the biggest takeaway from this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, if people have questions, concerns,
and want to talk about the agenda, email us at investigates@kprc.com.
You're pulling Mario
I know, I
here.
totally did. Mario will be back next week, everybody.
Okay, good stuff. As always, thank you very much, Jason.